God, I got a note, another note from God. So this is so tickling for me, because he always talks to me in my dreams. I don't really be like get that knowing or a download, and I haven't been really paying attention. But here lately, I'm really paying attention to if I get a little note from God. I just think it's so neat. So I've been wanting to go on a vacation. I haven't had one in quite some time. I usually can take a vacation because of the cleaning company. But my husband, he's been doing a lot more of it, so I have a little bit more flexibility. Then on the other end, we can't go because I don't have any money. By the time I finish paying the fees to, I'm with Blue Green, so by the time I pay the monthly fees and the maintenance fees, I don't have any money to go. Like, what sense does that make? But this morning I was in the bathroom and I was brushing my teeth, and I was moving the wipes that I like, the what is it, the ones that disposable wet wipes, and it was on the bathroom sink, and I looked down at them, and God said, pack your weekend bag. Now y'all know most of the time, I hear a note, I be like, but this time I was like, I'm really taking a weekend trip. Like, I'm so excited. I don't know. Like, I know it's going to be for the years out. And I'm going to be listening. Is it for like November? Because that's my birthday, November the 15th. And so one year, my daughter and I jumped on a flight and went to Florida. Her and I flew to Florida. This was like right after COVID. I'm in Virginia. So we flew. The tickets were $23 a piece round trip. Oh my God. I booked it like, I ain't had to ask them that. If it was like that $200, I've been like, you think you can take off? I was like, we getting this. So on one of my birthdays, her and I, we flew out to Florida, and that was really fun. The rental car was high as the dickens though, $400. I was like, oh no. So I'm like, I just like a little small getaway. I'm not sure who it's going to be with. I don't know if it's going to be with, the same daughter, because the other daughter and I, the oldest one, we take a yearly trip in the mountains in January because both her and I, she loves the country and so do I. So I'm excited. I'm excited. God also spoke to me about looking at the hints of what things that is high numbers, which I don't have really high numbers, but they're high enough for me to be able to say, okay, people are looking at this. And the last thing I want to say is that I remember my mom telling me, and I'm 60, so this had to been like, was it before I was born? Well, let's say 50 years back. My mom was telling me that she went to a service where TD Jakes was preaching. And she said, girl, she was like, she said, like TD Jakes, he wasn't TD Jakes. Like he was just TD Jakes. If you know what I'm saying. Like he was not who he is today. He was just a plain pastor coming to preach, that Wednesday night, Thursday night, that Friday night, little service. And she was like, they did have a nice crowd, but the people were like, they were not, it was not like it was. And I always think about that because I'm like, can you imagine, being in the presence of someone that you're sitting at there, you're sitting in the midst of that room, but they're not who they are. And as the years go past, you're like, oh God, I sat in the same room. She also sat in the room with, it's another well-known minister, and I can't think his name. But nonetheless, it was inspiring me. And I just wanted to give y'all a note that God is still speaking. He speaks to us all the time. I gotta run and go pick up my grandson. But it's like little notes. It's like little whispers. I wish God would kind of like talk a little louder. But nonetheless, he's speaking. And I'm loving it. It's my new thing. I'm going to get me a book and I'm going to call it God Speaking to Me. Yeah. Okay. So I just want to share that with you all. All right. You might want to try it. It is amazing. Bye. Love you guys.